Welcome to Thursday, September 7th, 2023. Your day weather podcast being brought to you by Cowboy State Daily. Did you know that Cowboy State Daily publishes a digital newspaper at 5:45 a.m. every day of the week, and it's free? To get yours emailed to you every morning, subscribe at cowboystatedaily.com. Next couple of days will just be very nice September weather. We'll have sunshine. We'll have some comfortably warm temperature readings today, tomorrow, and into the beginnings of Saturday. Things then begin to change. A cold front will be backing its way to the southwest out of central Canada, and the cool air will be spilling into eastern Montana and northern and eastern Wyoming and the Dakotas as early as Saturday morning, and then spreading slowly south late Saturday into Sunday and Monday elsewhere along the divide and east of the divide. This front will not be able to make it over onto the western slope. So western slope areas, you'll continue with the great September weather. It's going to get a little soupy east of the divide with upslope conditions, low clouds, rain showers and thunderstorms, and cooler than average temperatures, probably at least through Tuesday, maybe Wednesday of next week. This will go from basically Sunday through Wednesday. The cool air will go all the way down into West Texas, Big Bend country, into eastern areas of New Mexico, and will bring areas of the southern plains some needed rainfall. Now, the cold front is going to be rather persistent east of the divide. Let's talk about the smoke. The smoke yesterday made an eastward shift, and you can see where the thicker smoke plume is right now. More over the central plains, the northern plains, the Dakotas heading into the Midwest. You can see we still have light smoke coverage over the Intermountain West, but the general trend continues to be for that bigger smoke plume to be pushed off to the east. If you look at air quality, you can see the red and the yellow dots and the orange dots there where the bigger problem with air quality is going to be today. Again, staying out of the Rockies for the most part, only light smoke activity. Satellite imagery shows a lot of dry air still across the Intermountain West. This is a rather strong hurricane out in the Pacific, and that is going to be named Jova. Jova, the hurricane, is going to be a very intense one, but it's headed out to sea. Really not going to do much. It'll curve up a little bit like this, but it's not going to be affecting the western United States. High pressure will be today, tomorrow, and into early Saturday. By Saturday noon, as we showed you yesterday, it doesn't look like much, but this cooler air up into Hudson Bay gets a push from this low and pushes that air southwestward. So by early Saturday morning, there's going to be an air mass on the surface pushing in from the northeast like this, while high pressure will dominate the southwestern areas west of the divide. This is by 6 p.m. Saturday. By 6 p.m. Saturday, the Cheyenne Ridge, or right along the Wyoming-Colorado border, is where that cooler air is going to be. Again, climbing the divide is not going to be an option with this, but as you see going forward with temperatures, this is by 6 p.m. Sunday, noon Monday, and by 6 p.m. Tuesday. You can see the cool air spreading across the nation's midsection, getting a big push off to the south. Rain chances through Saturday morning will be across Montana, the Dakotas, and up into southern Canada. So anything really south of this line, you're really not looking any more than an isolated sprinkle at the very most. But this is part of that cool air coming in out of Canada. So if we go to the next period of time, this is for Sunday through Wednesday. So Sunday through Wednesday, you can see the eastern areas of the divide and the upslope getting into the rain, getting into the thunderstorm activity. Now we get a little bit west of the divide here from the Four Corners area across northern Arizona, southern Utah, southern Nevada. There's going to be a little bit of moisture coming in out of the west, southwest for that. But you can see the dominant features here will be east of the divide. Longer term, this is into Tuesday. That low settles into the Great Lakes, and that's why it's pushing so much of that cool air off to the southeast, and also that push of that cooler air to the southwest. So that'll bring another taste of fall our way. Now, speaking of a taste of fall, I'm just putting a bug in your ear. We have dropped some hints that maybe that third week of September is going to bring a bigger shot of colder weather. Take this with a grain of salt. But the European model, all the way out to the 21st and 22nd of September, is showing a high pressure ridge wanting to build into the Gulf of Alaska. And when that happens, When you put a ridge there, you open the fridge to Canada. Whether or not this happens, don't know. But traditionally not the right word, climatologically speaking, that third week of September usually does bring something of this persuasion. Whether it's exactly this pattern, don't know yet. But after the 20th, 21st, 22nd of September is when I would expect a pretty decent shot of what I would say is the first real colder weather of the early fall season moving into the western United States. Not all of the models are showing this exact pattern, but they are hinting at it. And that would drive some colder air out of the Northwest Territories and right towards the high plains and Rockies. And if you look at the temperature anomaly forecast, see all that purple over Wyoming? Yeah, that would be a significant push of colder temperatures. But this could all change. Just to putting a little bit of a bug in your ear. We'll watch this and see if this evolves down the road. Have yourself a good Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow.